Well, good morning. Merry Christmas to all of you. I just wanted to get on and say Merry Christmas to all of you who are subscribers and watch my crazy videos all year long. It's a beautiful Christmas day, and I thought I'd come out and do a little hike. I'm up at Blendon Woods Metro Park on the northeast side of Columbus, and just going to do a little trail hike today. Won't be very long, but I thought might bring you along with me. Testing out a couple new things. Actually, mainly one. I've got a new t-shirt that my wife just got me. Actually, two of them. They're Carhartt t-shirts. I love Carhartt hats. And these t-shirts are cotton, but they supposedly wick away stuff from your body. And so typically I wear a nylon undergarment that wicks stuff completely away and dries really quickly. Most of the time when I have cotton, it gets wet pretty fast. So I'm anxious to try this because if these literally do wick away, they are pretty comfortable. So we're going to check it out and see today. Gonna hike, basically got that t-shirt on. I've got a wool blend sweater, and I'm gonna wear my, let's see, not my jacket, but my vest. It's just a cheapo from Walmart, and gonna do that. With temperature is about 22 degrees right now. Sun's been popping in and out, but it's pretty chilly. The wind chill is about 18, and so it'll keep me walking quickly today, and I'm sure we won't have much problem staying cold. Also got some new gloves that have some Thinsulate in them, but they also have those little fingers that supposedly work on my phone, so I'm going to be trying that out as well. Typically those don't work very well for me, but this one seems to be, so we're going to do that as well. So enjoy coming along on the walk with me. So as you can see, it's a beautiful day. Not sure if you can hear the wind, but the wind is kicking up pretty good, so it's going to be breezy. But since we're walking and wind chill isn't that bad, should be a pretty good, refreshing walk. Thought I'd just bring you along a little bit. I'll show you some of the paths that we're going on. We're starting out at near the Nature Center parking lot, and we're gonna go down along the Ripple Rock Trail, and then we're gonna, I can't remember the name of the next one we're gonna take, but we'll just make a big loop. It'll be about a mile and a half, something like that. Won't be too far. Be just nice to enjoy a good Christmas Day hike. And so far, my gloves working good to stop this thing. So here is the trails that we're gonna go on today. Right now I just brought the Hickory Ridge Trail from the parking lot. It's just like 150, 200 yards down here, and then we're gonna go on the Ripple Rock Trail, and it will go across the street here and take a look, go downhill across along a little stream down there, and then we'll cross back over, come back up the hill and cross back over that road. And I think it's, well, I can't remember, Overlook Trail or something. So anyways, here we go. One of the things about metro hikes that are fun is you come along things like this that are descriptions of stuff. This one is about a hawthorn tree. Only probably is after a snow. Sometimes they're kind of covered up, but it's kind of hard to read them. Blendon Woods is a really nice forest to walk in, I think. It's a lot of beech and maple and hickory, very mature woods. Here's a hickory tree, you can tell by the long bark that kind of comes off of the edges, and there's quite a few of those up here. Those aren't as common as they used to be because a lot of people are, you know, taking down forests like this for houses and apartment buildings and stuff like that. But it is fun to be in a woods like this. That's why metro parks and all our park systems are so important. Don't know if you can hear them, but there's some woodpeckers in the background. The ones I'm hearing right now are probably downies. There's a lot of red bellies up here and some pileateds too. Don't know if we'll see any of those today or not. There is the, I don't know if you can see him over there, but there's one going up a tree right now. See if I can get a little better view of him. Now he's staying on the other side of the tree now that he knows I'm looking at him. There he is. Where would you rather be on a Christmas day? Well, maybe by a nice fire, having some cocoa. I intend to do that after I take this surf today. So this snow happened last night, and looks like they brought their broom or whatever, maybe the power broom or something, to brush this off a little bit, maybe, I don't know. But there's a few tracks here, people tracks, but not a lot. So it must be not too many people out today. Probably home enjoying family. Now, if you take a look right here, you'll see a whole bunch of leaves kind of torn up here. My guess is it's some turkey. There's several turkey in this place, and I'm guessing that they dug that up since the snow last night, looking for food. I think there's a flock of maybe 25 to 30 turkey altogether here that I've seen at one time. There may be more, but that's pretty cool too. They're pretty tame turkeys. You can kind of walk up on them and they don't take off. But where I grew up, man, you can't get near a turkey. They are either running or flying away from you really fast. Nice thing about a metro park is you got some benches along the way. Of course, today they're all covered with snow. So if you're gonna hike and you feel like you're gonna need to sit down, it's good to bring a pad along with you, or at least maybe a trash bag that you can put down so you don't get wet. And also the trails get a little wet if the snow is wet. And so when you're going down a hill or something, it is good to have trekking poles with you to help you. You could also wear those ice crampons on your feet to give you better traction. You don't need them all the places, but that's why I usually use trekking poles. One of the reasons why this is called Ripple Rock Trail is because there are some, I think it's sandstone or shale rocks along this little place that actually have ripples in them from when they were formed. That's pretty cool. And so they used to have some samples along here. Here they are. You can actually see the ripples in the rocks. Not as easily today in the snow, but they are. And you see this bank has been cut away. And a lot of trees down along this stream. We had a pretty bad storm here a couple years ago and laid down an awful lot of trees. Now I got to go up this hill, so I'm going to put the camera away and do some pulls. As I was saying, there are some turkeys that will dig this up, and here's a few of them right here. We got 3 there, and I think another 5 over here. There. Zoom in a little bit. So yeah, these guys didn't end up on any table today for Christmas. And I can hear some more on the other side of the road here. So the Hickory Ridge Trail runs up along the road here. You can see the road back there. It runs up along there. We were on that for a while, and then we took the Ripple Rock Trail. Now we're going to take the Overlook Trail. So it runs along. Oh, whew, that was close. As I was saying, it can be kind of slippery, and I just about wiped out. So this runs along that stream and overlooks it. We'll go down here a ways, and then eventually we'll come to some stairs. This is not handicap accessible the whole way. Go down to the stairs, but that's about as far as you can go. Well, I'm in the bottomlands here now. The Overlook Trail literally does do an overlook, and then what happens is it comes down here. Now we're going to walk back along the trail, right along the trail. When you come here, the wind is usually blowing down in this area, so it's a little calmer, a little quieter, and so it's kind of a nice change of pace. Then we're going to have to walk uphill instead of those stairs that I had. It's always fun to meet other hikers on a trail, especially when it's cold like this. When you see people hiking, those are people that usually are real hikers that really do enjoy it and do it on a regular basis. So met a couple and took their picture for them. They were trying to get some pictures, and it's awful hard to get a good picture from a selfie because your hand and your camera are always in the way making shadows. So I got one for them, and then I told them about my YouTube channel, so hopefully they'll see a picture of themselves on that after I get this posted. And they're actually going to move to Montana after they retire, and so that's pretty neat. I really like hiking after fresh snow. I really like it when it's a big puffy one, when it's all over the trees. But this will do for today. We don't always have white Christmases in Columbus, Ohio, so when we do, I will always be happy. Back home in Western New York, they're in a winter storm, and they're supposed to get anywhere from 12 inches to 3 feet, depending on where you are. So I'm guessing my mother-in-law is going to have some pretty decent snow up there in a few days. Well, we're on the other side now of the Overlook Trail. Can't see the main stream, but we're heading back towards the direction of the Nature Center. and just came up a pretty decent incline. It's not terrible, but once you walk so far, any little hill gives you a little bit of heart pumping capability. Well, here's another tumor on a tree. I think they're always really cool. These are usually benign tumors, kind of like a crown gall tumor. And so you can see the tree's still working, and but these tumors, you see them every once in a while in the woods. A couple of really nice ones down on the Zaleski Trail on the southern loop, and there's a couple on each end of the Fred Cosimano Trail in New York. And I just like to notice stuff like this. Just reminds me of all the science that's going on around here. And so we're heading up. We're almost to the end of the trail here. And there's other people enjoying as well. So it's been a nice Christmas afternoon, just walking around. We're getting to the part where we first started here. So the Hickory Ridge Trail is going to turn right up here and go to the parking lot. And this is where we originally were. We were going this direction, but instead of following Hickory Ridge all the way down to the Overlook Trail, we turned right here and went on the Ripple Rock Trail. So it's a nice little trail, and hopefully you'll be able to get up here and do the same thing. I wanted to make sure I talked about my new gloves. These are FGs, and these particular kinds called the Trademaster. These are just work gloves, but they're filled with Thinsulate, and they also have some of this padding, so like if you're doing work, or like I use them for trekking poles, they don't wear the gloves down. What's really nice is they have these things on the ends of the fingers, and all of the fingers have some, and they all seem to work pretty well on working my phone. These are the first ones that really I've ever owned that really seem to work well. The thumb and all the fingers, even these yellow ones, seem to work well. So, and they kept my hands nice and warm. Of course, I'm walking, so it's not real hard to keep them warm, but they kept them warmer than some of the other ones I've worn. So very happy with those as well. Okay, so we made it back to the trail. That's about a 1.5 mile trip, maybe 1.25 miles, something like that. Wasn't too tough. It took me a little longer just because I stopped and took some pictures. We're back at the Nature Center parking lot. Nature Center's right back there. Maybe we'll take a trip in there another time. And the wind is really blowing out here in the clear, so I'm not going to stand here very long. But again, just wanted to wish you guys who follow this channel a very Merry Christmas. Have a great holiday season, and we'll see you on the trail.